Got a math question? Mathline has answers. Hey, Mathline.
Hey Mathline, this is Ellie from High Point Elementary in Bristol, Virginia. Can you help me fill in this blank? 70 is 140% of blank. Does it come out even?
Thank you, Ellie. I hope you were able to see us today, all right? From Bristol, Virginia, that is in our viewing area, and we have a lot of times our folks do call from there. So let's take a look at this one. It says 70 is 140% of what numbers, basically what the story is. And she did ask that great question, as we all like to know. Does it come out even? Does it come out even? So let's see if it came out even. Actually, let's see what we're going to do. It's a percent problem. It's a percent problem here. So what do we know? We know where we ended up, which is the part. We know the percent. We want to know where we started from. Now, I like when I look at a percent problem to think of it in a few pieces here. So we're going to look at it from a proportional standpoint. First of all, we look at a part. We look at the base. Sometimes people call that the total, but it's where we start from. What is our starting point in this problem? And percent, heaven love us all, it is always going to go over 100, all right? That's a good thing. So we put the 140 right there off the bat. That was easy. That part was easy because folks, percent means the number divided by 100. Now, 140%, think about that. That means we have, our part is actually going to be bigger than the base, all right? Because we've gained 40% over what we started with. So let's see how that's going to work out. Again, keep your 140 over 100, right there it goes. On the other side, our part is going to be 70, and our base, since I don't know it, we'll call it X, B, and something, all right? Some variable, put it in there. And at this point, it's a good little old cross multiplication. And here we go, cross multiplication. That means we're going to take the 140 times X, and we're also going to take the 70 times 100. Now, as I look at that, 140x, that was easy. 70 times 100 is easy. Just be sure you get all the zeros in there. It's going to be 7,000. So we're starting to look at this and think, what is that original number we started with? If we do some division, and if you all excuse me just a second, let me get Lucas off the point there, and now let's bring up the calculator. Now we're good. Let's go to the calculator and see what kind of great things we've got there. We have 7,000. Put those zeros in there if I can get to them. And we are going to divide it by 140. And when we divide that, it is going to come out even, by the way. It gives us actually 50. And that is our starting point. Now, does that make sense? Well, let's see. If we take 140% of 50, so we work it in reverse to make sure it checks, all right? Because we always like to check and see, especially when we see that number, and it's supposed to be, right? Because we're looking for more than 100%. But when that number starts out smaller than what we were using for our part, we get a little nervous. Sometimes we do, but that again goes back to the percent being so high. So check it out. Let's see what happens. We will take the 50 and let's change that to a decimal. And to do decimal, we move that decimal point in 2 places, and that's going to give us 1.4 times 50. And we go back to the calculator real quick here. We will have it. Let me get it to go over there. 1.4, there we go, times 50. Oh, it's always nice just to have the actual calculator in your hand. You just get the keys there. And it's back to 70. So there you have it. Ellie, there's your answer. Ripley's, believe it or not, actually Ripley's Aquarium. It's a great place to be. We enjoyed doing Splash and Bubbles PBS. Met Ellie up there, and Ellie, thank you for being our question today and doing that for us. And Bristol, Virginia, I hope you got to see the show.